journey begins. For me, at least. Yeah, wish us luck. Seems we have the plane to ourselves.
So finally, I was off to Goa. The flight was late, but again, we reached the Delton Jack in time to play.
It's crazy. Crazy busy over here. So this was the first hand. I eventually, as a short stack, put all my chips on the line. The opponent under-repped his hand with pocket kings, just a 2.5x raise. I had flatted. After that, he was just check calling. And we didn't have much chips, so we had no other option but to shove. And we did. And when we decided to run it 2 times, I used my 1-time card. First time we hit an ace, second time a 6. So we split the pot and I was still in the game and it was break time. Okay guys, so we're still in it. Survive with, I don't know, 5 big blinds towards the end. And we're easy out on stage. So now we have 14 point something big blinds. The big blind is 1600, so 800, 1600. And yeah, it's a pretty steep structure, having fun. Pretty aggressive table. And I have the big stack right next to me. Say hi for the camera. You're going to be famous on a vlog. We just got 40 something odd, right? No?
Yeah, 40 plus.
Plus 15, 55.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, 55 plus.
Not bad. And we've got our something 23. Okay, so we have an update for you guys. As you know, we busted from the, burn and turn, but that was okay. We were 8 big blinds. We shoved with blind, small blind versus big blind kind of a thing. I could have maybe stayed on longer, king 3 suited on just a 2x raise. So yeah, not too bad. Anyway, I went to the cash game. Softest field, pretty good. And discuss one hand. One hand, we had Jack 5 of spades. Jack 5 of clubs, right? And we are in the late position. 4 limpers. I limp in as well. 100, 200 game. We just put 200. Button makes it 700 to go. Everybody just calls, so we're getting great pot odds. We call, and we get a dream flop. What do we get? We get Jack 5, 8. Jack 5 of spades, and an 8 diamond. Checks through to us. We bet 2,000 in a pot of 3,500. We get 1 caller, the button, right? Now, beautiful card, the turn. We get another jack. We check, and the button bets 4,000. So we are around 4,900 behind. We shove. He shows ace jack, and we have obviously the full house. Guess what? The river is still left, right? And he hits an ace. He makes an high race. What can we do? So yeah, that was the 10k busted, and it's 11 o'clock right now. I've been out of the house since almost 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just gonna go home, get some rest, and tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow we have the main event at around 5, 15k buy-in, deeper levels around 25 minutes, starting with 200 big blinds. So that should be a much easygoing kind of structure. Today was a little steep. We did pretty okay. Played one hand pretty badly. Got lucky in one, but it was a decent warm-up, to get our minds around things. So yeah, pretty decent. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. 7th June morning. We got the whole place to ourselves. We came down early to register ourselves for the main event. Yeah, first person to register. I hope that works out auspicious for us.
Okay, so till the break, we were just about even, 20,000 starting chips, approx, 22,000. Just getting a feel of the table, not doing anything brash. Then we got into a small pot with king queen suited because there were shorter stacks which were in. We lost that one though. And then we exploited a hand where there was quads on the board. Went up to 45,000. That was good because we almost more than doubled our chip lead. This shot was just before the break where we ran it up to 70k when we felt pretty comfortable having double the average stack. The guy to the right of us, oh my god, he quadrupled his stack in 10 minutes. It was amazing. The table dynamics have changed. It was kind of tough, but we were still pretty good at 92,000 chips. But the big hand which comes in is this one. So at this very hand, what we did was we saw one person go all in for 40,000, another person go in all in again for another 40,000. We look at our cards and we have pocket aces. We have another person to act after us, so I just flat called, but people were surprised that I was just flat calling. So no more takers after that. Three-way all in. We show aces. The first raiser shows threes, and then there were Qs. Our aces hold up, and we chip up to 2.32.
Bubble announcement. Look at that rack. It's bubbling time. 40k pre-flop. 48 continuation bet. Other person jams all in. Both big stacks. Stone cold. मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकता. Finally, there's some table talk happening.
Right before the end of the day, then there was this beautiful hand where I was set mining in the late position with twos, and we hit a very suitable board with 782. The first person leads into us. We just flat call to get the maximum out of them, and to our surprise, the person yet to call shoves all in. Kind of spoils my plan because the lady who raised initially folds, and she later told me that she folded pocket nines. So good on her. Her name's Radhika. So great call by that. Great fold, Radhika. And we obviously call with our set. The board runs out. Our opponent has two pairs. We have a set, and yeah, good times.
Guess what, people? We made it in the money. The first bag of my life. Pretty good. Hey, what's up? First bag. Alright, guys. It's time good as any to talk. We bagged it. I think we are doing pretty good as per the chip stack. Just going back for some dinner, chill for a while, get our rest, and then we resume at 3 tomorrow. So yeah, good day, good times. So we're gonna check out the biggest big daddy casino. Nice. So we've been invited by our friend Tane. Tane is also a poker player. He grinds, he plays, he educates. He's an influencer on Instagram. Make sure you guys check him out. And yeah, he plays here, so we're gonna pay him a visit. Thank you. This is some plush stuff right here. Nice. Video bन गया. That's the day. He's taking it up.
So we had a couple of hours of rest. We had a power breakfast. I spoke to myself, pepped myself up, and then we headed back to the casino for day 2.
Okay, we're gonna go around the table and visualize people who are sitting there. Over there we have someone called Ashit, has a pretty good game. He came in through the Sati, so obviously has a strong game. He has around 116. Then we have Shashank there, short stack 52,000. Then we have a big stack next to us, around 2.43 Venkat. Then that's us. Next to us is a moderate stack of 1.6. His name is Priyank from Mumbai. This seat is empty. Then we have the chip leader. Chip leader is at 5.6 something lakhs. Kshitij. Then we have Radhika at 1 something. Then we have another person, name I'm forgetting, with 1.19. Yeah, that's the table. So this is the dynamic we need to be aware of. A couple of short stacks here and there, and 2 big stacks apart from mine. Yep. So visualization is important, and that's what we're trying to do over here.
So this was the Waterloo of our hand, literally, for this tournament. We have ace jack offsuit, and then we have one person who's early, another blind plus 1 probably, who shoves with around 80. 1,000 chips. Then we have another person who reshoves with 2 lakh chips. He covers us. We have around 1.53, 1.63. The reason why I contemplate a call is because the person who just reshoved, this was probably his 4th or 5th shove within the last 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And I put him off as just trying to isolate me with a weaker hand. So, although I know I ran the charts that I have 45% equity with ace jack in an unraised spot, but when it becomes a multi-way with 2 people shoving, it is most probably, it's clearly a fold looking into ICM and everything else. But I do make the call because, I was around 7 to 8 blinds and I was looking for a spot where I could double up and then play comfortably. And I guess my patience got the better of me. And multi-way, the 45% actually comes down to a drastic 26. And obviously, when the cards are flipped up, there's 8s and jacks, and we have an ace jack. I'm still wincing and praying for an ace to come on the board. It does not happen. And we bust out of the main tournament in 17th position. But we don't have time to mourn, and we move on to the bounty event.
So the WPT runner-up on our right, Reg, Gunjan Mall on the left. That's also a Reg. Good times. Exciting table.
So bounty was quite a roller coaster ride for us, and we had a good start with 25,000 chips, but then again it was hot and cold, as I was saying. We went short stack to 13,775 with thousands blinds at 13 big blinds. Yep, but we doubled up 5s versus our 8s, as you can see, and from that we were all the way up. We got our first bounty, went to 49,000, and it was quite an epic hand where ace Q versus AJ, where we rivered the person. Well, stuff happens, and then we made a call with Q10 versus Jack 9 off for short stack. Ran it up, we were 35 places, and then this happened. So this is the last hand that I'm going to share, and obviously it's the one that bust me out, but it was so good. It was probably one of the most exciting hands I played in the tournament. So the blinds are around 6,000. We have around a lakh in chips, 100,000. So around 18 to 20 big blinds, and to our right is the cutoff, who's chip leading by considerable amount. His arm is full of bounties, at least 2 to 3 lakh chips, and so we run up the game, and this is how it goes down. Everybody falls down to him, and what happens is that he raises by 2x, and we just flat call at that point, so that we can see a flop. So usually with an underpair, I would generally fold, right? But I'm in position and he bets 10,000. The texture of the board is such that there's a pair already, and I have a pair in hand, which gives me much more equity compared to a board which is full of all over cards. So he bets 10 and I call. The queen and my opponent Pavan, he leads out into the pot with 22,000. At this point, I'm pretty sure that he's just playing with an ace X with the kind of loose range that he was playing, ace X something, and it was time to apply pressure. And so I raised it up by 45,000, and Pavan tanks for the longest time. I am not kidding you. I was just looking down the field, applying pressure as much as I could. I literally saw him pick up his cards and put it down near the line, contemplating what to do. And eventually he did call. The river, interestingly, is another 6. So there are 3 6s on the board. It's Pavan's turn to act, and obviously he's covering me by miles. He shoves. We obviously call with just a short part of our stack left behind, and he shows us ace 5 offsuit, while a higher full house, whereas we also have a full house with 3s. It was a great hand, and Pavan was a real sport about it. He's from Calcutta. He has his own poker club as well. Shout out to Pavan. And he told me that he really enjoyed that hand, and I asked him, did you almost muck at the turn? And he was like, yeah, I did, but the only thing I noticed was that you didn't shove and you had something left behind, which made me doubt the strength of your hand. Otherwise, if you would have shoved, I would have folded then. So that's a lesson for the future. If you got to be aggressive all the way. No half measures. Thank you guys. That was the entire run up for the DPT Express. Let me know how you like this video. The line I took for this tournament, for this visit or this trip, was to show a first person experience of how a tournament was, a full tournament. Let me know what you thought. You can also check out my vlog if you want to talk about the preparation and the mindset that comes to try and play this tournament. And hopefully we get to travel more and play more, and you guys enjoy this kind of stuff then. Yeah, keep me posted for any feedback you have. I'd love to hear from you guys. Peace.